gặp nguy hiểm. Anh ta đang cố gắng thoát đi. This is it, ladies and gentlemen. We are in for Game 3, the finals of the LICC Collegiate League International Collegiate Championships. And we are your shoutcasters for this game. I am Shinbu with 149, and of course with me is Nip. As I've mentioned, we reach Game 3.
Yeah, this is it. The very final game of the LICC journey right here.
One game away before determining the very first champion for an LICC. This 2016, of course, this match is to be played, has been played by the Chinese team HKC versus
yes,
the team from Hong Kong,
IVE,
ladies and gentlemen. So what happened in that game too?
Alright, I feel like it was just a team composition, the drafting error coming in from IVE. IVE had a lot of good opportunities to just win the game right there, but they just started lacking damage with their team composition. They didn't have enough damage with this Syndra and with that Ezreal, so I think they're gonna have to revisit their pick and ban situation if they want a chance of winning it all.
Alright, so pick and ban situation, all in the draft. We are now in the drafting phase, so what's happening here? What is the adjustments being done?
See that ATM was able to get his Echo this time around. Prior to that, the Echo has been banned, but they should go for the Echo, and they will go for the Echo there for ATM. ATM has been a monster on this Echo so far in this best of 3 series. Meanwhile, let's see what IVE picks. They can possibly take the Jhin. Syndra is banned now, so they won't be able to pick that Syndra champion. And they might go for the Hecarim. They might deny it from Juan, or they might pick it themselves. We'll see what happens.
So what happens, ladies and gentlemen? Of course, for the answer on this Echo, you have to consider what are the available options still entering this 6.21 patch. Though it's not that popular in the Southeast Asian region. I've seen a very few picks on the Cannon. I mean, on the Cannon. But if for against an Echo, what would be your pickups?
I don't know. There's a lot of things.
I
personally like the Jace. The Jace Echo matchup seems to be a very skill-heavy matchup, but it looks like it will be IVE going for the Ezreal and the Morgana, so Baba will have the Morgana once again.
Yes, and even Grenade.
Yeah, Grenade on the Ezreal, yeah. And we do see that MLZ will be on that rise, and again, the Hecarim for Juan. Juan has played Hecarim, I think, almost every single game in this series so far. And he's been pretty good with the Hecarim. A lot of the initiates have been due to him on this Hecarim, but it looks like he might not pick the Hecarim. He might go for that Nidalee instead. I personally want him to see that Hecarim. Yeah, and he will lock in that Hecarim. Let's see what MLZ will take for this middle lane.
Alright, so again naman, for this middle lane, there's an option for Lissandra, there's an option for our Ryze. There was a Lissandra in Game 2?
There was no Lissandra in Game 2. No, it was a Vladimir versus Syndra.
Vladimir versus Syndra. We also would want to take note that Orianna is also available to take for this game. But it is the Ryze. It is going to be the Ryze in the hands of the Chinese team,
so
MLZ.
I should expect possibly the Victor actually might come in from NO4. Number 4 has been playing a lot of Victor in this tournament. He is hovering over the Aurelion Soul. He has been hovering over this Aurelion Soul the entire tournament. Will he finally decide to lock that in? I'm not sure. I doubt it, but we'll see.
Yes. Of course, we haven't seen the Aurelion Soul in Game 2 was not present.
No,
right?
we did not see that Aurelion Soul.
Gonna be a first because I haven't seen an Aurelion Soul as well in Game 1, number 4. But we have another Skarner here.
Yeah, so the Skarner forcing 21, not deciding to go for that Nidalee. And let's see what they decide to take for this mid lane. They still have 20 seconds on the clock. I have a feeling they're going to switch up from this also. Let's see what happens.
Alright.
Yeah, the Victor indeed. Alright, so the Victor again, a very safe pick in that mid lane, pretty good against that Rise matchup. And number 4, just a really good Victor in general. Meanwhile, we do see the Sivir once again coming in from Little Milk. The combination with that Sivir and the Hecarim has been very potent so far. And we do see that again, the Taric. So it looks like HKC sticking to what they know. And they're just going to go for the same type of team composition again and again and again. But let's see if IVE will be able to adapt to this type of play. Will they be able to adjust? It looks like they do have a bit more damage this time around with that Victor and with that Skarner. And let's see what they take for the top lane.
Indeed, it is going to be another engage-heavy composition coming here from the side of the Chinese team. As we're just waiting on fourth is Taric to get locked in, because you know, if you would want to get to just dive in, the Starlight's touch would be really nice.
I personally would like to see
durability.
A Rumble or maybe a Canton, something to just counter engage with that champ. When the HKC team decides to go in, you have that cannon to provide that AoE stun.
Actually,
you have the Rumble to provide that just AoE damage and slow in general.
Even at least Azira.
Well, Azira top was...
well, of course, not Azira top. I mean, for the top lane options.
Yeah, of course. But it looks like it will be the Kled instead, coming in from King 2G. And I'm curious to see how this is going to work. I feel like the Skarner and Kled do have a decent amount of synergy together. So it's a battle of movement speed team composition, I guess. You have that Sivir and the Hecarim versus that Kled and Skarner.
Yes, and also looking into this game, a lot of champions has been revisited. We've known how they play as they play these champions over the course of LICC. I wonder what will be the adjustments. What will be the adjustment entering the game 1 and also from the game 2. We are sitting on a win score of 1-1 for this series. So, you know, the pressure's on for these two teams. But of course, you have to take note that the momentum falls into the hands of the HKC team.
Yeah, of course. There's a lot on the line as well, and that momentum will help a lot coming into this matchup right now. And I honestly don't know who's going to win. Both of these teams have looked very impressive. Both of these games have been very close so far, with both teams having a point in time where they had the advantage. So I'm excited.
Yes. Alright, so again, to all of our viewers, this is the Garena Esports Philippines coverage of the LoL International Collegiate Championships. And also, please do share the stream link. Take a screenshot and invite your friends in so that we witness the finals. In just one game, we will have a champion, the very first champion for an LICC this year, 2016. And you know, it's been a long road from respective leagues. Of course,
the
from
road
countries
has been very long.
It's actually might be relatively easy for China in the LICC and even in Singapore, because I cannot deny the gap in the skill levels of other countries.
Yeah, I mean, this HKC team has shown to be extremely strong so far. Same thing with this Hong Kong team, IVE.
Yes, guys.
Another very strong team, and
we are now live in the Summoner's Rift, guys. This is Game 3 of the finals between Team China, HKC, versus Team Hong Kong, IVE, for the LoL International Collegiate Championships. Guys, for the blue side, you have HKC, China's team. In the top lane, ATM on the Echo. In the jungle, it's 1 on the Hecarim. In the mid lane, we have MLZ for the Rise. And the bottom duo is going to be Little Milk on that Severe ADC, and Sub-33 on the Taric support.
And for the red side, we have IVE representing Hong Kong. In that top side, we have King 2G on that Kled. In the jungle, we have Sing21 on that Skarner. For the mid lane, we have number 4 on that Victor. And for that bottom lane duo, we have Grenade and Baba on that Ezreal and Morgana.
Alright, guys. So, looking into the map, let's see. No reveal yet of the next Drake. But of course, there's also the timer that gets up. It's actually interesting. Is the Sivir? Was the Sivir got picked?
Yeah, Sivir, I think. Yeah, the Sivir was picked in Game 2 as well. And Little Milk has just been on the Sivir, I think, almost every single game so far. So a champion that he's very comfortable with. He's been doing a very good job at providing the utility and doing a lot of DPS in this late game. And we do see a quick level 2 take from HKC right there. And Baba and Grenade just trying to zone out this team as much as possible. They will actually deny possibly CS. No, they will not deny the CS. So level 2 already for Little Milk.
Yeah. You know, one big advantage here for Little Milk, knowing that there's a possibility that Little Milk has his spell shield as his next summoner spell. But maybe after this wave, of course. After this wave, I think the bottom duo as well of IVE will be on
Yeah.
level 2.
And let's see what happens. I feel like at this point in time, these two bottom lanes have been very comfortable and familiar with this matchup right now, as almost every single game has consisted of the Silver Taric and this Ezreal Morgana.
Also, do take note, guys, that the first Drake to spawn over the reef is a Mountain Drake. Looking into the jungle, both of the junglers are actually on their blue side camp, with Juan taking this Rift Scuttler. So, puts, an info and safety on
Yeah,
this
so
upper part of
again,
the
a
map.
very slow clear coming in from both sides. We do see that IVE Sing 21 is actually going to be taking the Scuttler of his own. He does have his red buff and blue buff already. Meanwhile, Juan going for that full clear, going to go for Raptors first prior to going to that red buff.
Alright.
Let's see where Sing 21 actually decides to go. He has a couple options now. He can go invade, or he can possibly go back into his jungle.
Now, it's quite clear that they they know that Sing 21 is on that reverse side. So
Yeah,
he could
they
either
did-
just go
yeah.
for his blue side, or if he invades the red side. And also there's an imminent threat of, going for a response from the side of China's team.
Yeah, we did
If
see.
ever Sing 21 will
Yeah, we
invade.
did see King 2G actually forced to recall fairly early on onto this matchup. Did pick up the rejuvenation bead and
Yep.
the refillable potion, and with that, we do see that the Echo actually has a slight CS advantage, roughly 7 CS. He will not teleport to lane, instead just walk back, and has picked up a Doran's ring and pink ward for himself.
Also, earlier on, when they've spotted Sing 21 with that ward on the reverse side, Sing 21 has no idea that MLZ has recalled. I would suggest for an invade as well. But, it's very risky, especially this is game 3
Yeah.
with a 1-1 in our score. So, a first blood would be just as crucial, because could be said, even in the mid lane, if you are able to give a kill actually on a Victor, that would be big.
Yeah, you can really snowball this game, but the same thing goes for the Rise. If the Rise is able to get an early kill as well, Rise can definitely snowball also.
And even in this top lane
Yeah.
as well. So, any first blood done in this map, you would want to watch out.
And I mean, the games are just so close right now. Both of these teams very evenly skilled in match.
Yes.
If we take a look at the CS so far, it's actually very, very similar
But
in
my
all these lanes.
guess something's happening in the top lane. Still, the camera is not shifting, but I think both of the junglers have rolled over the top lane. No
Yeah.
casualty yet.
So it looks like just a little bit of a trade, and actually Juan being very patient, knowing that the Skarner is roughly in the vicinity. But it looks like Skarner not going to risk anything, and actually cancel that recall. So both top laners playing a game of the waiting game, trying to
Yes.
see who's gonna make the first move.
Because I have a jungle. I have a jungler. So, at the very least, there's the info. Minions has been waved, so that will prompt Skarner to recall. Echo showed the intent of going for a recall because of the lack of vision on the side brush. But there you have it. King 2G might go for another corrupting potion, potion. Or,
Yeah.
I'm not sure if he has the gold for the Chamat. I think there's no gold yet for the
Yeah,
Chamat.
looks like he is still a bit short of that gold right now. It's gonna be interesting to see what happens right now. We do see that Echo has been doing a pretty good job of just winning this top lane match so far. Still a 10 CS
Yep.
advantage, and that trade
Nice.
going in that middle lane with MLZ just taking down quite a bit.
Yes, and to take note of the combo of a Rise, it actually connected a bit of it against number 4, but still, we would want to expect a gank to happen in level 6, especially when something big is at stake. You really don't want, even to an aggressive team that is China, they want to calculate more and more should they want to go for a kill in any lane.
Yeah, and speaking of hitting level 6, we are very close to hitting level 6 onto these junglers. Actually, we do see that both junglers are level 5 right now, maybe one camp away from hitting level 6 right now. So it's just a matter of time before the first blood start to appear on this map.
There's an info to be given that the Hekarim is on this bottom lane side of the jungle. Second wave of the large jungle camp will also spawn. So, at the very least, we could expect that the jungles have their ultimate now by this time.
We do see that Sing 21 is level 6 already. Meanwhile, Juan has been opting to just roam a bit more and is still sitting on that level 5. However, he will hit level 6 fairly soon once he takes another camp, I believe.
Do take note that steadily, one, Team China is getting the vision advantage on this river side. So that's the sacrifice for the late camp Thunder by the Hecarim. Force a flash out against MLZ. Really nice flash Thunder on the side.
Yeah, that was a pretty good
Chinese
gank,
mid laner.
burning both summoner spells of MLZ right there in that middle lane. But the Scar nerd was forced to burn his flash of his own. And I think with that, we should expect another gank possibly in this mid lane again, as no flash is a pretty big deal on this rise.
Spell Shield will be on cooldown. Even the Dazzle won't connect. And the Dark Binding, even at point blank, doesn't connect onto Little Milk.
Yeah, and I mean, this bottom lane has been fairly even so far. They haven't recalled yet. We do see that both AD carries are still sitting on their Doran's Blade, so we should expect Ezreal to go for that mana immune first item. Meanwhile, Sivir, of course, going for that. I believe it's the Essence Reaver.
The very first gank, the very first kill will be ever so important in this game. But look at that. King 2G, he's gonna go aggressive, gonna flash in under turret, and that prompts one to gank him. It's the first blood, ladies and gentlemen. This Echo winning the trade of sustained battle of attrition against the Kled.
And that was a very close call coming in from
Yeah.
ATM right there. If Juan was not there to respond, that would have been a definite kill for King 2G. But very well played by Juan, knowing where to be at the right time. And as a result, that's going to be the Echo with the assist, while Juan has taken that first kill, and he will pick up a Sheen for himself.
Yes, actually, before the gank was done, there was already a Sheen
Oh,
on this
sorry,
Hecarim, so
my
it dragged
bad.
on-
I thought he recalled, but it looks
Yeah.
like Hecarim hasn't recalled quite yet.
It dragged on to this point, so that would be a big spike. That would be a big spike for Hecarim. Actually, it would be bigger if that is done earlier on, but at the very least, that's one step closer on building that Trinity Force.
Yeah, and we do see that there's going to be a slight CS advantage coming in from Little Milk right now, as they have the wave under their control. 84 CS to 84 CS. This is going to slowly build up, and meanwhile, mid lane.
Oh, no mana from Juan, and on the side, seeing King 21, he has no flash. Didn't manage to land the crowd control onto the enemy jungler and mid laner, but at the very least, the pressure is on against Team China.
Yeah, and MOZ, definitely a lot of pressure on him right now. He's starting to slowly fall behind in CS to this Victor. Meanwhile, in this bottom lane, again, just a bit of farming. Both of these bot laners haven't recalled just yet. I feel like they really want to recall right now, as this Mountain Drake is something that could be taken at the moment.
Yeah. So at you would want to get that stat boost, damage boost, but
Yeah.
your recall to get the, if ever another team fight breaks out in this river side, Dragon River side, you'll be efficient. But of course, I think these two bottom lanes are just mirroring each
I
other.
honestly feel like if ever the dragon is taken, it's probably going to be taken by HKC. If we take a look, the teleport is available from ATM. Meanwhile, King 2G does not have his teleport. And if you take a look at the items as well, Juan is definitely ahead of Sin 21 right now. So I should expect Little Milk and Sub 30 just shoving the bot lane, then maybe force a recall, then immediately go for that dragon, knowing that they do have the advantage.
Will he go for the dive? It's number 4, being wise, not to extend and just really decide to, farm under turret. You have the best wave clears in the game as a
Yeah.
Victor, so there's really not much loss. Did you ever not step outside the safety of your outer mid lane turret?
Yeah, Victor doing a pretty good job of farming so far. 90 CS, but the highest CS in the game is still in the hands of Little Milk right now, sitting at 109 CS. That means Victor could have been doing a better job of farming the side waves, just farming the lanes in general, but still, he should have a fairly good impact on this game.
Yes, and this is kind of expected. Even at game 1 where Skarner against Hecarim matchup has been done. But look at this. Ultimate from the Taric prompts to go all in on number 4. You have to take off the Realm Warp. There's the flank being done by MLZ. So, it is China once again with a full-on aggression. Not even the Impale will be cast. Baba puts in the Dark Binding onto Zop 33. There's the stun from the Taric. I think that's mitigated by the Black Shield in the front line. Who won still? This is another Hecarim in the laning phase, dominating and rampaging through the members of IVE. That's 3 kills now in the bag by HKC.
And this is just a very typical HKC play right there. Immediately going in onto the carry when given the opportunity. Juan on this Hecarim has been so good at doing that, and it begs the question why IVE haven't really just banned this away from Juan, as his Hecarim is just so dirty.
Yeah, man. 4-0, 12 minutes, 50 seconds into the game after taking this outer bottom lane tower.
Wow,
Is
Juan
there.
did not realize how much damage he was taking right there, and the damage actually coming from the rest of the team was not enough to take this turret down fast enough.
Quick recall.
Yeah. Well, I
Quick
guess
recall
that's
after
one
a
way to
push.
look at it.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, is it a quick recall? No. I think quick recall only happens during the first 5 minutes of the game. But in return, that will be IVE immediately responding with this dragon attempt, knowing that Juan is nowhere near this dragon. So, despite all of that, despite that extremely impressive team fight coming from HKC, it is IVE who take the turret.
And
And
that
actually, they
execute-
didn't take the turret, they take that dragon.
And that execute is punishing
Yeah.
because of the Drake
Yeah,
being in the
that's
hands of
very
IVE.
true. That would have been a different story had Juan not died right there.
Alright, so getting back into the game, if you look into the itemization, oh, there we go. We have the gold lead. So Juan sits around 900 gold lead against the enemy jungler.
Yeah.
So now, with the push in the bottom lane, it's very wise. By the book rotation to be done here by HKC. Go for the push in the top lane. Without any Drake, they might plan to, choke out this red side jungle. We'll see what are the next plans of the Chinese team.
Yeah, for sure. And let's see what HKC actually decides to do right now. They did get caught out quite a bit, but they're just going to be looking to put some pressure. I hope they learned their lesson about overstaying this top lane. We have seen in the past of HKC just getting caught out and just getting picked by just overstaying their welcome. Instead, they're going to be doing the smart play, rotating towards this mid lane and hoping to take this other outer tier turret.
Yes. If you look also into the itemizations, Victor has the CS lead,
Yeah.
and Rise is not yet able to build his Rod of Ages.
Yeah, looking for that Rod of Ages. And I mean, Victor has been maintaining the CS lead throughout the
Yep.
game pretty much.
Look at the turret. It's
Yeah.
not even there's not even that much damage.
Yeah, I mean, the wave clear from Victor is very strong right now, and it's going to be hard to break through that. They really just need to rely on another play coming in from Juan. That Ghost with that Taric combo is all they need right now.
Yes, man. Again, for the available objectives, looking into the rotation. So the aim, Chinese team is allowing Little Milk to stay, farm a little bit in this mid lane. I would guess that Little Milk would recall after that. Yes, there is. So, available objectives in the hands of HKC is this outer mid lane turret.
Yeah, and that is indeed what HKC is attempting to take, but there's just so much wave clear coming in from number 4.
Yes.
And I believe Baba as well.
I wouldn't recommend even forcing the mid lane, because if this drags on, especially with the wave clear that number 4 has, there's a lot of objective on the side lanes that can be taken here by IVE.
Yeah, the Ocean Drake should be spawning fairly shortly, I believe.
Also the outer turrets
Yeah,
in the top
that
lane and
is
in the bottom
true.
lane.
So a lot of options for IVE to take in order to come back in the game. The game right now is slightly in favor of HKC, but again, we've seen in the past that this 3,000 gold lead in the 16-minute mark does not mean much to these teams. Anything can happen. All it takes is just one good team fight.
Right. So for this game, HKC have realized might be that it's kind of pointless to push this mid lane.
Yeah, so they are now pushing all those side lanes up. We
Yeah.
see Rise in that top lane, Echo in that bottom. Meanwhile, 3 members of HKC just trying to put pressure in this middle lane, just hoping something happens.
Yeah. I think one should also work on getting the vision on these side jungles. that covers the mid lane, either the red side or I would suggest the blue side jungle of IVE.
Yeah, it's definitely an option that HKC could take right now. The vision control right now is fairly lackluster coming in from these teams, but it looks like they're
So,
doing their best to make something happen.
alright. Into this game, Rise left the top lane. Actually, he's been swapping, going in the top lane now, go in the mid lane now. He's gonna go back in the top lane. So it's quite clear that with the Victor in the mid lane, the game kind of resetted.
Yeah, it's been a stall
Yeah,
so far.
especially with Little Milk. Little Milk has also a nice wave clear. It's very likely. It's very likely that one will initiate.
Yeah, they're just gonna have to wait for that big explosive team fight to
Yeah.
occur. We haven't seen King 2G use his ult actually at all during this game. I haven't heard the King.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, I haven't heard that at all actually this entire game, and I'm hoping that something happens. I'm hoping they decide to pull off that Kled and Skarner combo that they can pull off. That is a lot of initiating opportunities coming in from this team. Same thing can be said from HKC. We've actually seen this already before. That Hecarim with that Sivir with that Taric, a very strong core.
But we'll see. Victor actually went for the top lane. Gonna go for the recall. If this game drags on, it's gonna be a story once again of the long game.
Yeah, but
And
this time around, I feel like
It's
HKC again.
Yeah, it's on HKC's side if this drags on. So maybe that's why that's the reason why HKC is just taking their good time.
Yeah,
as
and I
long
mean-
as the Sivir is farming, they're all good.
Last game, we also saw the same thing. IVE tried their best to stall it out. However, they didn't have enough damage in this late game, and as a result, they got punished hard and they lost to this HKC team.
Yes, even Juan is not forcing any team
Yeah.
fights.
I mean, there's a lot on the line. Imagine you're the guy that ends up throwing the game, like throwing the title to the LICC. That would feel really bad. So I'm sure a lot of these players right now are just doing their best to take it easy, take it slow, take it safe, especially when you know that you have the lead right now.
Round of Ages completed, and also I think there is an itemization for Rice to go Morello Nomicon. So
Yeah, so it looks like he will indeed be going for Morello Nomicon.
so he's really attempting to. I mean, he's believing that this game will drag on.
Yeah, for sure.
So after my stack on the Rod of Ages, I would want to go for more bursts, especially when a big team fight breaks out. I want more damage.
And we do see that the next dragon is actually live right now. That will be the Ocean Drake, actually, for this HKC team.
That's how it's done. HKC taking this Drake with IVE having no initiative to even secure it with wards.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, it's kind of scary to go for that when you don't have the vision control. Because HKC has just been putting so much pressure throughout this entire game right now. Even though they haven't been breaking turrets, they've put IVE in a position where they can't really do anything themselves, as they have control of that bot side jungle. They have control of the top as well. So it's just HKC just roaming around the map, rotating between the lanes and hoping that someone gets caught out, that an opportunity presents itself.
Look at one. Oh, wait. There we go. The Q dazzle from Taric. Didn't connect even from Little Milk. Now, there's the cast teleport coming in from the members of HKC in the back line. You could see how King 2 is going to go for the flank. The damage is there, but the ultimate. And I think this is a forced team fight. Once again, done by HKC. Old habits die hard. As one will go down. Re-engage will be initiated on by IVE. Pops the Echo. Gonna go for the chase on this bottom duo, but not. They will be contented with 2 kills in the bag and an outer mid lane turret.
And that's what IVE needed. They waited, they were patient, and it did pay off. They waited for the Juan to overcommit, and meanwhile the Kled was there to immediately respond. Very good job by him. They were unable to kill King 2G. They were unable to kill Sing 21. And I feel like Juan just overcommitted again, which is something he really just needs to lessen.
Juan actually got confident, maybe because of the itemization. He has
Yeah.
a lot of magic resistance.
Yeah, I guess
Because
he
of that.
does have that no mantle cloak and the Mercury treads right now, but still, it was not enough to save him
Yeah.
as he did fall fairly fast.
Yes, plus that kind of positioning is very risky. And
Yeah.
that's the big problem whenever you make those initiates. No matter how tanky you are and no matter what lead you got, if your teammates cannot follow up as a Hecarim, it's very likely that a team fight, take note of the root word team, will fail.
Yeah, that was pretty questionable coming in from him, and I feel like he does need to reduce those type of plays if they are to win this game.
Yes, and into the itemizations. Look at that. Number 4 completed the Rylai's Crystal Scepter. Interestingly, instead of the Titanic Hydra, King 2G rushes the
Yeah.
Black Cleaver.
So it looks like the the Rod of Ages is actually a pretty good item onto the Victor right now. It will provide the utility that they need to just maintain control of the map, and it has a decent amount of damage as well. And it also prevents you from getting picked off by the Hecarim or the Rise as easily, as you do have that extra health from that Rise Crystal Scepter to help with your defenses.
And there we go. You could also see that the outer bottom lane turret has been destroyed there by Kled. So at the very least, the obvious objectives is getting steadily taken here by IVE. There's a, you know, 23 minutes into the game. This is a very small lead, 300 gold. They are sitting both on the 35-minute mark.
Yeah, an extremely close game coming in from both of these teams right now, and anyone can win. Like I've said before, this is still anyone's game. It's only a matter of who makes the mistake and who makes that first move, as both of these teams actually have fairly similar team compositions in how these teams function.
Yes, guys. So again, to all of our viewers, again, we would like to give our shoutouts to the supporters of these two teams. Whether you are from China, whether you are from Hong Kong, and of course, I would like to send a biggest shoutouts to our Filipino viewers who are still watching and following the history that's about to unfold here at LICC. And for this game, we would want to take note of. It's interesting. There's not much of. They're not really swapping their trinkets. Like if you look at their trinkets, normally for professional leagues, they would swap that not in such a balanced manner where there's 2 yellow trinkets, 2 blue trinkets, and 1 red trinket.
Yeah, I think the trend actually nowadays is to just take the extra yellow trinket, as that provides a decent amount of board coverage.
Yeah,
However,
actually.
King 2G is caught.
In the top lane, King 2G forced to use his ultimate over a short distance, so that prompts an initiate here in the mid lane. Reverse side, let's go on sub 33. They're gonna dish damage. King 2G gonna go for the flank, and without any reservations, they're gonna initiate on this Baron. They still account the position here of HKC. Oh, it's very risky, but they will go for it. Puts the slow, puts the Chaos Storm onto Rise in the back line, rather on the side or the blue side camp. They're gonna go for one. One, does he have the ultimate? He still has the devastating charge though. And they're still pinging at it. So they really want to contest and put in the hustle over this Baron. But this time it's going to be a different story, as they will fully commit as the Baron goes low. No smite still, but will there be a cleanup to be done here by HKC? Number 4 has no mana. It's the signal to go all in. ATM won't back down. He's going to use his ultimate. Doesn't want to receive the burst even though there's no mana. It's 4 members of IVE having the Baron buff.
Yeah, so that's actually really huge for IVE. All it took was one failed attempt in the top lane to go for that gank. And again, it's IVE. The moment they see a mistake, the moment they see an opportunity, they immediately grab it. They go for the pick onto Little Milk. They go for the pick onto Sub 33. And as a result, that's a Baron for IVE, and that's a 1,000 gold lead.
It's very crucial that Little Milk has to be present on that team fight. He gets embraced very early prior to that Baron siege.
Yeah, I'm actually really curious to see what exactly happened prior to that Baron buff, because all we saw was the top lane.
Top lane, yeah.
We didn't actually see how the team fight started. How did Little Milk get caught? Did he get caught trying to rotate to that top lane to help out? I don't know, but as it stands, it's now IVE in control of the game, as they have taken that Ocean Drake, and they do have that Baron buff on hand.
It's clearly the momentum for IVE here. They're gonna take their first Drake, and lucky for them, it would be nice, you know, if you want to go for prolonged siege, especially with the threat of a Skarner, so they would want to go for pokes.
Yeah, so they do have that Earth, and they do have that Ocean Drake right now, and this should help quite a bit with that siege. We do see that Hecarim does have his Onslaught of Shadows available, so we might see a forced engage coming in.
Yes.
Alright, so right now we do see that these two teams are just poking each other right now in this bottom lane. They really want this turret.
Go for the siege. Of course, you have the Baron buff.
Yeah.
So why not go for it? But of course, still the wave clear from the Seabeer. It's very potent. Even the cannon minion receiving a little amount of damage there. One last kill from the Rise. Ultimate gets casted here by the Ezreal just to go for the wave clear in the top lane.
And that won't be enough. This top lane turret would actually fall because of these minions, but we do see that King 2G did have to teleport to that
Yes,
top lane.
if they go for an initiate, they have to take note that King 2G, look at that Realm Warp, delivers one member along with the minions. Where's the teleport coming from in the back line? Will King 2G make it? Yes, he will. He's gonna join the fight. Little Milk will go down, the main ADC, one of the damage dealers and main damage dealer here for HKC. The bottom duo is now gone, but number 4 gets numbered here by ATM. Asikashi in the mid laner, ATM gets collapsed on, not gonna be able to cast his ultimate as it is on cooldown. A 3-for-2 exchange, still quite a bit of a win.
Yeah, definitely in favor of IVE. And now with this, they could probably take a turn. They're actually still on the hunt. Will they be able to kill Juan? It looks like it's going to be a close one.
Yeah, they're gonna go for the dive. It's Sing 21 stacking up the turret. After the Dark Binding will connect, and the second won't be. No turret dive to be attempted here in the bottom lane inhibitor turret.
Yeah, and with that, it looks like they will be able to take this bottom lane turret. So in the end, a bit of a questionable fight, but I do have to believe that it was in favor of IVE. They were able to take a turret in return.
7-7 into our scoreboard. 2K goal lead done here by
Yeah,
IVE.
still an extremely close game, and that team fight again was extremely close between both sides. Just some small things here and there that really just defined the moments.
And you have to take note that the scaling favors, the late game scaling favors the composition of China.
Yeah, it definitely does. However, right now, as we see, it hasn't really been the case so far,
Yeah,
as these team
because
fights are still extremely close.
Plus Little Milk has been getting caught out of position.
Yeah.
More and more compared to Grenade. And at the very least, if Grenade ever dies, it is on the later phase of the game.
Yeah, I mean, as the Ezreal, you have a lot more mobility compared to this Sivir. You have a lot of ways to just escape
Yeah.
the clutches of the... Oh, here comes Engage.
Yeah,
So ult.
a full all-in engage, and look at that movement speed. The ramping up movement speed, of course. How do you escape that? Gotta go for the Realm Warp.
And that was actually a very nice Realm Warp coming in from Rise, avoiding the danger of that Kled ultimate right there, and he will be able to live another day.
So that's the power of the Kled ultimate.
Yeah.
That's more than the Seaver on the hunt movement speed.
Yeah, it definitely is, and it's just a really strong tool because it helps your entire team. It helps you.
You know, make that quick initiate. If there's no Realm Warp, even a Flash won't be able to save that prize.
Yeah, but again, it was the Realm Warp that did indeed save them. But it looks like IVE is not going to back down. They're going to be looking to take this top lane turret, but here comes Engage.
Third Flash, ladies and gentlemen, puts in the Dazzle onto Grenade. Grenade still managed to survive despite all of it. And the ultimate from Taric will fall down, will be on cooldown, and the duration will be gone along with this Guardian Angel Enhanced 1. It is 4 members, guys. Will this be an ace as Kled, King 2G, the real G of IVE, sets up the ace against HKC?
And very well played for IVE. A 4-for-0. A 4-for-1 rather in favor of IVE. And with this, they might be able to end the game. They might be able to take the victory, the title of the LICC Championship. They don't have any minions. They have a very small amount of minions, but will it be enough?
They want to take one Nexus turret. Can they take the second Nexus turret? They are on it, ladies and gentlemen. The proc from the shaded normal hit of Grenade is just too much. They're gonna collapse onto it. Can they make it? You have to take note that you have to respect the damage coming in from the Seaver. Grenade will focus the Nexus turret. King 2G managed to destroy it along with number 4, and just like that, ladies and gentlemen, we have our champion. We have our champion for LICC, the LOL International Collegiate Championship. I was surprised. I was very surprised. I was not expecting
Representing
it.
Hong Kong, it will be IVE taking the LICC Championship, taking the victory. What a game. What a best of 3 series as China, they put it all. They did a very good job at trying to hold them off.
But it was a relatively calm game.
Yeah,
Like-
it definitely was.
From the first minute, actually down to the 20th minute, I'd say.
Yeah.
And things,
It just exploded.
it all went south. My guess would be after an attempt catch in the top lane.
Yeah, that was where they threw it all.
Plus that
Yeah,
engage
the
in the mid
Baron.
lane.
Yeah.
so where it went for the Baron, and that's where IVE took a Baron, right?
Yeah, they
Four
took that
members was
Baron.
up.
They were able to get another team fight after that in that bottom lane, and from there, it's just a snowball. That's the nature of the game. You cannot afford to make those type of mistakes, and in the end, it's gonna be IVE.
Yeah, it was very close. It was very close, and you know when it escalate, I mean, I want to point out nobody is doing any proactive
Yeah,
play enter the early game because both of these junglers and even the laners, you can observe that they don't want to commit onto any mistakes. But of course, when someone is orb walking, mistakes are bound to happen because League of Legends is a game of, you know, millimeters.
yeah, it
So,
definitely is.
Even at the latest timing, something is bound to happen. And I think what I'm saying is that the rotation, you cannot see any clear rotation in that game. I mean, everyone's attempting to do something, pero it's very clear that everyone has their mindset on I should be safe. I
Yeah.
should not risk.
I mean, there's a lot on the line, so I
Yeah.
can definitely see why that mindset was indeed so.
Yes.
But
And both are snowball comps. Actually, imagine if HKC was able to take that Baron.
yeah, very similar team compositions
Yeah.
indeed.
All right, especially with the Seaver on the hunt plus the Hecarim, and it got paired up with the Kled, the power of the Kled initiate. Interestingly, Kled is quite strong
Yeah, Kled has been seeing a lot of play so far in this tournament.
Yeah.
Something we haven't really seen much
in the local scene.
Yeah, in the local scene in the previous tournaments though, but Kled definitely making a name for himself this
Yes.
tournament.
All right, guys. So there you have it, guys. We would want to send our biggest congratulations to the Hong Kong team IVE, and of course, mad props for the team of China's HKC. Again, this has been the conclusion, the championship, and whereas the champion is Hong Kong for the LoL International Collegiate Championships, and we have been your shoutcasters for this game. I am Shinbu with the 149, of course, with Nip. It has been a nice weekend. We've been covering this since Friday, brought to you, of course, by Garena Esports Philippines. Guys, and in all behalf of Garena Esports Philippines, and of course for this LICC, for all the college teams, for
Yeah.
all the collegiate leagues, we would like to send our biggest blessing to you. Have a blessed week ahead of you guys. Bye-bye.